Lady Gaga said that she doesn't want your money. She said this in one of her performances, one of her concerts. She said she doesn't want your money. She wants your energy. And that's what they want. They want your energy. They don't give a damn about any money. Have you ever asked yourself, I want you guys to think about this. And think real hard about this. These imps and these beings that control the matrix are not out for money. I'm going to prove it by telling you this. I want you to think about this. They print this money. This money isn't backed by anything. There's various researchers that have proved this without a shadow of a doubt, that they print this money. It's not backed by anything. They created out of thin air. So what makes you think that they want your money and that it's all about the money? See, that's the agenda that they promote to control you. That's the agenda that they promote to control you, to make you think that it's all about the money so they can get you caught up in thinking that it's all about the money. But it's not all about the money. You see, they want your soul. That's what they call the selling of the soul. They want your soul. They want your life force. They call it prana in the Hindu doctrine. They want your prana, your life force. And you know why? Because the purer the soul is, and the more energy that a soul has, the better the flesh tastes when they eat you. You see, these folks, or these entities, they eat humans. And these reptilians are not, I'll say this again, are not just your albinos, like David Icke talked about, said they're your blue hair, blonde eyed Nordic race. They're not just your blue hair, blonde eyed Nordic race, even though there are blue eyed, blonde hair reptilians. But they're your melanated people. See, they got melanated reptilians. They got reptilians all over in Africa and Nigeria. They got a base up underground that leads to the reptilian civilization. You need to watch the movie District 9. It talks about this. But they don't call them the reptilians in that movie, but that's what it's talking about when they were feeding these reptilians certain food. But see, really what they feed these reptilians is blood, human blood, and in return for technology to keep themselves in power. So the ruling families that most of you believe are just this all-powerful ruling family group of people are really controlled by a group of extraterrestrial beings that move in and out of the fourth dimension and the third dimension, and they're called reptilians. They have an underground civilization, an underground network, and it's a grid that's underground that is connected. Underground, it's a grid, and it's connected. And there are many researchers out there that have done plenty of research to prove what I'm saying. They call it the hollow earth theory, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just the hollow earth theory. There's a group of extraterrestrials that live on a certain level of this underground civilization. And they have technology, they have computers. They are the ones that introduced the internet to the human population. They have been had a form of an internet and a version of an internet. This is nothing new to them. These reptilians are several years ahead of the human population, the human species. When IBM came out with the computer, they got it, the IBM computer, the concept of it, they got it from a group of reptilians in exchange for human energy and food. You see, these reptilians don't care nothing about no money. And these ruling families don't care nothing about no money. They got money. They use the money to control you so they can keep getting your blood. Because they know that it's always going to be a dummy, ignorant person out there that's going to offer their family up and sacrifice their family for some money, just like these entertainers are doing all the time for some fame and some fortune, because they're poor and they came from the hood and things of that nature, and they ain't got no other way to make it out. I already know the whole sob story, but at the end of the day, I don't promote any sacrifice. I don't even believe in sacrificing an animal to eat. Any person that believes and promotes human sacrifice is a predator. A predator. See, when you watch the movie Predator, where do you think they got the movie Predator from? You see, remember, he was a reptilian, or a form of a reptilian. He ate people. He had heads as human trophies. He was a killer, bloodthirsty. And they have reptilian hybrids too that incarnate on this planet. And they're hybrids. These are your Jeffrey Dahmers and your people that are addicted to human blood. These people have a sickness and a disease. These are your reptilians, hybrids that are humans, and they use the doctrine of what you would call MK Ultra, but really, like I said, there's a group of various occult scientists to split the mind. Like I said in another video, they use this doctrine to split the mind into compartments so that they can control you, because reptilians deal in control and colonization. So they want to split everything into separate compartments so they can keep everybody up under a certain control. They don't deal in a holistic science. You see? See, I'm holistic. There's only one science, and that's being holistic. And being holistic is basically when you incorporate all sciences and bring them together into one science, which is holistic, because all sciences really are one. They're telling you a story. So when you deal with your physics, your quantum physics, your chemistry, all of this stuff, all of these sciences really go back to one science, which is dealing, actually, they came from astrology and alchemy, which is a version of astrology, and solar biology. And these are the sciences that they don't want you to get into. See, they don't want you to look at the shifts and the cycles of astrology. The reptilians are very familiar with astrology, but they would rather keep you trapped into the prison form of thinking, as to where you believe that everything that happens on the outside of you is out of your control and you have no control over your life. See, that's the doctrine they deal with. When you get into astrology, you find out that everything that is going on outside of you is actually going on within you. You see, they live in the center of the earth. And I'm going to hit you on this one point, and I'm going to end this video. They live in the center of the earth. And what they're not teaching you is that when you go into the center of the earth and you go deep enough, there's over 250,000 different extraterrestrials that live in the center of the earth. And when you go deep into the center of the earth, believe it or not, the universe that you see on the outside, like Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, the planets, the sun, all of that, believe it or not, that's going on in the inside of the earth, because everything that's within is without. So when you go into the center of the earth and you go deep enough, if you get into your meditations and your astro traveling, and you learn how to go deep enough, I offer guided meditations on my website, which is 13scienceastrology.com. But if you learn how to go deep enough, you will find out and you'll see that everything that's within is without. There is a universe located inside of the earth. The same universe that you see on the outside is really on the inside of the earth. And this goes into your quantum physics. See, this is a concept that many of you are going to have a hard time understanding because you don't want to deal with science. You believe that everything that you see with your eyes is real, but really everything that you see with your eyes isn't real, because it's really a reflection of your brain. See, you can't even see, you see through your brain. So really everything that you see, like even you so-called watching me right now, you're not watching me on the outside, you're watching me on the inside. The only reason why you're even listening to me is because you consented on the inside to hear me. There was a message that you needed to hear through me, which is really you talking to yourself. Me talking is you talking to yourself. And I know this is hard for you to understand, but this is a concept that's true even according to science. Even according to science. You need to study quantum physics and get into that. So this is what the reptilians, as far as the science aspect, they don't want you to know about this because they want to keep you enslaved in the third dimension reality. See, the third dimensional reality is a prison called your body. And if you don't know how to leave your body and astral travel and communicate with higher beings, you will always feel like you're trapped here. You always feel like you're trapped here. You always feel like you're in a prison. You'll always be unhappy. You won't have any peace. You'll always be depressed. You'll always be in despair. And that's exactly the type of vibrations that they want you to constantly keep experiencing. And they are trying to enslave and have basically enslaved 95% of this planet based on a fear-based doctrine. And you don't even know that you create your own reality, whereas they sit around and study astrology and all these higher sciences and they rule you with it. This group of extraterrestrial beings, they even have to submit to astrology and the planetary forces. And they move in and out of dimensions based on the planetary forces. So they very much know about astrology. And why do you think they follow people like me around? Because they look at me as a threat. So they don't care about your money. They don't care about your money. They just want your energy. That's just a tool for them to control you. They don't care about gold. I know they say that the Anunnaki came down mining for gold and things of that nature, but they already own all the gold. And that's another thing. They use the gold to create more products so that they can keep themselves mentally ahead in advance and over you by taking monatomic gold. And they use the gold for things that you really don't understand right now. They use the gold as a form of alchemy to sustain, to keep themselves alive even longer. These reptilians have their own medical system. They live for thousands of years. They can introduce these medical principles to the masses of the people, but they won't, because they only want you to live up to about 75 years, maybe 100 years at tops. And really, humans are getting ready to start dying way younger than 75 years old. Humans actually now, because they polluted the air on purpose, because they don't want you to live long. They just want to eat you. So the bottom line is that they want you to get old enough and ripe enough so that your flesh will taste good, just like farm-raised chicken, and then they're going to slaughter you. You see, this is what the Holocaust was about. Group of extraterrestrials, and what the Holocaust is about, which is coming, is a group of extraterrestrial beings that just want to eat. They don't care about any money. So you need to think about this. You need to really think about this, because as long as you deal in fear, they'll always have control over you. You need to deal in love. That's the only way out of this prison complex that you are locked into. And I say you because I'm not locked into it. It's you. Better wake up. Better wake up, family, and better do it quick. So they don't want your money, like I said. They just want your energy. They're like vampires. They want your blood. Where do you think the concept of a vampire came from? The concept of a vampire came from a reptilian civilization. These people live longer off of drinking baby blood. They love baby blood. They love eating the babies. All these missing children that come up missing or whatever. Where do you think they're going? The reptilians are eating them. They even have bases in Florida. Why do you think these children are coming up missing in Orlando, Florida? I was there. I had a group of extraterrestrials tracking me down when I was doing my music in Florida. And I know that why these children in Orlando, Florida are getting abducted and getting eaten by children, and getting eaten by, aliens and reptilians. So you better wake up. Better wake up. The concept of the devil in the Bible is much more than what you really think it is. It's definitely a physical entity. The concept of hell in the Bible is much more than what you think it is. It's not just some place where souls go and burn. See, it's a physical place. They take physical bodies and they eat down there, but it's based on the fourth dimensional grid that they've built underground. And I know you can't understand this right now, but the thing is that just keep doing your research. And you even hearing this right now is planting a seed in your mind. You need to wake up. Take back control of your mind. Take back control of your body. Free yourself. Become a creator. For more information, visit my website at 13signsastrology.com. Peace and love.